What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. And I'm back. Took some time off around the holidays, but we're ready to get back into it. So let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog Part 3. I actually watched it a couple weeks ago, but I haven't, like I said, I took some time off. So let's share my thoughts. I really liked it. I really liked Sonic 3, and I'm not someone who is a fan of the Sonic games. I was a Nintendo kid growing up. I just was. So, in the late '80s through the '90s, it seems like you were either a Nintendo kid or a Sega kid. Very few people, at least in my circles, had both systems. You either had the Nintendo or you had the Sega, and I had the Nintendo. I always loved going over to my cousin's house though because he had the Sega, and that gave me the opportunity to play some Sonic. But I have no nostalgia for the character. Like, I never really played the games. Into adulthood, I still never really played the games. Not even the Nintendo-based games with like Mario in it, like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, things like that. Just never really played them. Never really got into the character. I uh, I downloaded the original, at least I think it's the original, Sonic on the Switch and played it a little bit, and it was fine. So I don't know how accurate these are to the games. I don't know how, if they did the characters justice based on the games. So when I watch these movies, I really just watch them based on, are they entertaining? Are they good movies? Do they capture me? Do I laugh? Am I entertained? And quite honestly, I haven't been the biggest fan of the franchise. I'm going to do a ranking video where I rank the franchise later on today, but I haven't disliked any of the movies. I would give them all positive reviews, but when Sonic came out, I wasn't super excited for Sonic 2. Sonic 2 comes out, I wasn't super excited for Sonic 3. I mean, I went and watched them, you know, but I wasn't like, this has to come out tomorrow type deal. And I kind of feel the same way. I'll go see Sonic 4. I liked Sonic 3, but I'm not. It's not like one of my most anticipated movies or anything like that. So all that being said, I do feel like this is a spoiler for my next video, but I do feel like this is the strongest in the franchise. Um, they've kind of built up their little Sonic team with Sonic and Tails and Knuckles, and now I figure Shadow will get in the mix. And as they build up this team, seeing these characters interact with each other, it is entertaining, and I do enjoy it. And one thing I liked about this movie, since we have our team established, there is less need for the human characters. And I like James Marsden, and he's fine, but there's less need for them. So we get to spend more time on the characters that we paid admission to see, and that's Sonic and Tails and Knuckles, and now Shadow. But what I think is the true strength of this franchise, and was definitely the strength of this movie, is Jim Carrey. I think that he has been carrying the franchise, and he carried this movie. When he was on screen, I was smiling. He and he does his normal Jim Carrey things, right? His normal, what I guess slapstick is maybe not the right word for it, but that's the only word that's coming to my head. His normal brand of Jim Carrey humor, but it works for Dr. Robotnik. And what I loved about his take in this third movie was the duality of his character. At the beginning of the movie, it looks like we're going to get a team up, and this is a classic thing, right? We see it a lot, where the bad guy teams up with the good guys to take out a greater threat. And initially, it looked like that was what we was going to get, and then he turns bad again when he meets his grandpa, and then he turns good again. And for me, that ending when he saves the world, that right there was worth price of admission. It was there was funny moments. He did his Jim Carrey thing, but there's also this heartfelt moment to it where he was like, if I can't rule the world, I might as well save it. And for me, that just summed up the character in a really cool way. And I'm sure he'll be back in the fourth one. But everybody is talking about Shadow and Keanu Reeves. And Keanu Reeves he did a fine job voicing Shadow. And Shadow was a fine character. But for me, it's all about Jim Carrey and the strength that he brought to this movie and the strength that he's brought to the franchise. And the weakest entry to this franchise so far, the Knuckles TV show, was absent Jim Carrey. And I don't think that's a coincidence. So, yeah, it's great having all the characters there. It's great having them interact, seeing them, grow as characters together. It's honestly great. It's great having to rely less on the human characters. And I know Jim Carrey is a human character. Someone's going to say that, but he's a cartoon. So all this is true, but Jim Carrey is the glue that holds this franchise together. And he gave a great performance here. And this isn't the type of performance that's going to get him any kind of award consideration, nor does it need to be. He is the glue that holds this franchise together, and the success of the franchise is the accolades that he's going to get. So I really like Sonic 3. I thought it was the best of the franchise. I'm not excited about it to the point where I can't wait for Part 4 to come out. But when Part 4 comes out, I will go watch it because I'm enjoying this franchise. So that's my take on Sonic 3. It was good. It was good. Not my favorite movie of the year or anything like that, but it was solid entertainment. So that's my take on it. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. While you're down there commenting, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.